little bit
Hi,
of Wednesday wisdom today.
Wednesday wisdom. Oh my God, I haven't got any.
Really? What's that?
Yeah, exactly.
Does she nosy?
Girls,
I've
Terry,
forgotten.
what Wednesday, can I just tell you,
Yeah.
this is very exciting for me. We have the most iconic guest ever. She's a role model. She's everything anybody. I mean, I've watched her as far as I can remember. The truly wonderful Suzi Quatro.
Yay! Welcome to our nest, Suzi.
Welcome.
Nice. It's nice to be here.
I want to say to you, first of all, because I've watched you all my life, your music, everything, and your acting. So, you know, Happy Days was my happy place. I loved doing that. You know, Midsummer Murders, and you came over here and did all that. Did acting, was acting a big thing for you? Did you love it? Or was it your music that really took you everywhere?
I'm unashamedly an artiste, and that means I can lend my hand to most things that are artistic, acting being one of them. I always knew I could act. I always wanted to act. Music kind of took precedence, but acting is a real close second. I was told by Ron Howard, because I kept real good friends with him, and Henry, and we were talking one time because I had 3 seasons on Happy Days. That was my first acting job, and he said to me, whatever you do, don't take acting lessons. And I said, why are you saying that? He said, because what you do is natural and it would ruin you. He said, you embrace the role, which I guess I do. I become the part, you know? Yeah, I do love acting, yeah.
Did you love coming over here and doing Midsummer Murders?
Yeah, they electrocuted me on that one. And on Dempsey and Makepeace, I fell to my death from a building. Now let's see. That was killing my character off.
Yeah. And you did Minder as well, didn't you, if I remember?
Yes, Minder too. I've done Annie Get Your Gun. That was great. Oh, I love doing that. In fact, that was funny because I have my friend KT Tunstall. We wrote an album together. It's not out yet.
Yeah.
And we watched one night my documentary, Suzi Quatro. We decided to watch it, which did amazing. You know, it had saturation press over here. It was on Sky Arts about 7 times around January. And she was watching this with me, and there's a little snippet of me on stage on TV from Annie Get Your Gun, doing one of the songs. And she went, what? And I said, what? She said, where is Suzi? There's nothing of you. And I said, well, I'm acting the part. But she said, not even a movement. And I said, no, I am Annie Oakley. You know, and I wrote one about Tallulah Bankhead too, called
I know, yeah.
That was a good part to play. Oh,
what an amazing woman she was.
Well, she kept me going. I mean, I read her books years ago, a biography about her. And then when my first marriage was breaking up, I needed a project because that's how I get through everything. I become very creative. So I wrote a musical and really rushed in with the script. I wrote the music with Shirley Roten, and I played her. And oh, wow, fantastic.
I know, when you go back into her life, though, and it was extraordinary, particularly the time she came from.
Yes, she was the first person who was. Nowadays, it's everybody is like that. First person to be famous for being famous.
Yes. Yeah.
You know?
She was
so true.
What a role model.
It was her great line. I'm as pure as the driven slush. She had a wonderful. I'll do Tallulah for you. Her laugh.
I love
press on. Always press on. See how I changed there?
Yeah.
That was
impressive.
I'll do you one more trick now. You won't like this. When I played Dempsey and Makepeace, I played a psychopathic girl who thought that Michael Brandon was in love with her, and he wasn't. So there wasn't a lot of dialogue. So a lot of it had to be not for me. Everything was done facial. So I went up in my bedroom. This is just me. And I looked in the mirror until I made the light. See the light we all have in our eyes? I made it disappear. And it's when you watch that episode, you go, oh my God, I'll do it for you now. Ready?
Yeah. Ready?
Wait, first look down. See my eyes? See the sparkles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
My God.
Oh,
Awful.
scary.
Awful. When I saw that on the screen, I went, "Oh my God!" So that's making your eyes go dead. I know it's horrible.
oh. Will
Suzi,
you
you are
teach us
so
how to do that?
You are so extraordinary, Suzi. Throughout your career, you have always been so diverse and so creative. Where did it start for you? Where did that first instinct to perform, to be an artist across the board? What was that first glimmer that you?
Well, my first light bulb moment was at 5.5, and it was a light bulb moment. I mean, I was born to do what I do. End of. I was just born to do it. 5.5, we're watching the Ed Sullivan Show, the family, every Sunday, big variety show. And so the whole family's gathered around. I had one sister just 9 years older than me. She was sitting here. And Ed Sullivan would always put on something for the youngsters, he used to say, something for the youngsters. So on comes Elvis Presley. Now, I'm 5.5. My sister starts to scream. And I'm looking at her going, because she's the right age. She's like 15. I said, "Why are you screaming?" And then I went into the camera and I watched him. I went in to the camera and a little boing, I went, "I'm going to do that." And that stayed
Five
with
and a
me.
half.
Yes, and it stayed with me my whole life. So I kind of always knew that I was going to be an entertainer. Also, with 5 kids in the family and my dad being a musician, we had 1,000,001 family shows and all that. And I noticed from 6, 7 onwards, when I did my bit, whatever it was, a sketch or played a song or would do whatever, I always was aware that the whole room would go quiet and watch me. And I realized that I had, even very young, what came into my brain was, oh, I can hold an audience. And this is what I developed. So I kept that in my arsenal, the fact that I can hold an audience. And then I developed that as the years went on. And now I take it very serious what I do. If there's 10,000 people.
And also the diversity of,
I do everything.
No.
I do everything. It's terrible. I'm a songwriter. I play classical piano and percussion. I read and write and play. I taught myself bass. I've got 4 books published. I've done radio for 15 years on BBC Radio too. I've done TV presenting. I've done West End. It's nuts. But
darling, do you ever sleep at all? I mean, I'm getting that you also don't sleep, because I don't see how you can.
Just this side of hyper. But I know I am happiest when I'm communication, creation, and entertainment. Those are the 3 words that describe me.
And those are the 3 words that describe a Gemini.
I know.
Yes. And so I am very into astrology, and so are you. I know you are. So I am a Gemini. My moon is in Aries, and my rising sign is Leo.
That, my dear, has been a hard thing for you to manage, to come to terms with all those different elements. I would say the fire in you needs to be controlled. You can be difficult.
Of course.
And you're lucky because the Gemini, what saves you, and don't deny this, is the Gemini vulnerability.
Yes.
Even with all your straightforward stuff, we are vulnerable.
Yeah.
We just aren't. But we're strong. We're strong, but we're vulnerable. We're not afraid to show that side and feel the pain either. We're not afraid of that, but we will keep walking.
Yeah. Tell me where your moon where's your moon and where's your rising sign?
Libra and Capricorn.
So you have the charm of the Libra.
Yeah.
And you have the solid
ground.
The ground.
So grounded, I mean, I'm not star-like at all. You guys can see that. I'm just not. I feel privileged to be in this business. I don't feel better than anybody else. I just feel blessed. And that's the way it is. But with Gemini, before then we'll go on to other things because we could do this all day. This is, for me, I think it's probably for you too. If we're the butterflies of the zodiac, okay? If you close the door, I will be bashing against that door every 5 seconds. If, however, you leave the door open, I stay right where I am.
Oh, is that true? No, well, I always thought that was the Aries in me that would knock the door down.
Yeah.
Well, but no. The Aries is a different attitude towards it. The butterfly, you know how they go against the window.
Yeah.
The gentle powder. If the Aries would make it even worse, but you cannot block a Gemini in. You can't do it. Do not give me categories. Look at everything I do. Don't say I'm this or that. Or don't box me in.
Yeah.
Because I'll do exactly what you think I can't do, and I'll do it even more. You know.
But I'm the same.
Darling, I'm also a Gemini, but I have no idea what's rising in me except my temperature and my age. But we'll leave it there.
But Susie, I cannot believe you have actually described Debbie in I can't believe it. You got it so spot on.
Especially the
Oh
difficult
my God,
part.
that is
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Oh yeah, that just shines out.
Wow, that is incredible.
The other Gemini there, you're a little bit of a dark horse because you keep a lot of your stuff hidden. Under the pretense of, oh dear, I don't know what I am. Yes, you do.
Darling, I don't. Darling, honestly, I don't. I just know,
He does.
like you, I do everything. I just say yes to everything. And that's what feeds my soul.
Well, I'm a Virgo, Susie. So
Oh God!
I know. I hate things
Half my family are Virgos. I'm just going to tell you one thing about a Virgo, and you're going to laugh. Okay, never ever go to a movie with a Virgo. Okay? Because you will watch the movie with them. You'll be buying into the plot. Geminis are great for that. We go into the movie, and you're really buying into your lawyer. And the Virgo will come in your ear and say, that can't happen that way. They will analyze it. Yeah, I don't want to know that can't happen. I'm buying into this. You know, it's so Virgo. Armchair psychology. Yeah.
Darling,
my
I think
God,
we need
I
you here
really-
every day.
I'm Aries, by the way, darling. Aries, but right on the cusp with Taurus. And my mother was convinced I was more Taurus than Aries, but I don't know.
Well, it depends on the time you're born. You will be one or the other.
Yeah. 3:00 in the afternoon on
I know I
the
don't
last
know
day.
the timing of that, but the cusp doesn't make any difference. You will be one or the other.
Yeah.
You need to get your chart done because they tell you exactly. And I've had my whole chart done several times, and oh boy, it's exact. It's just exact. I married a man born on my father's birthday. I mean, how Freudian is that?
Wow.
You know, I married a man born on my ascendant. Exactly. His birthday was exactly on my ascendant,
Wow.
which was really interesting. I mean, it was very
Yeah.
But we could talk about this for hours.
Absolutely. In lockdown, because you say you're so creative and you're a trailblazer in every sense of the word, and we know, and we're full of in awe and admiration, and we love you to pieces, as you know. But you've actually been writing, and you've been inspired, haven't you, by being separated and not being able to see your husband and
5 months. By December 23rd, it will be 5 months we've been separated.
yeah.
Crazy.
And
I'm working solo most of the time.
Oh,
Where is he, Susie? Where is your husband?
He's in Hamburg. He's based in Hamburg. I'm based here. But what happened was, let me take you through it real quick because it's an interesting story. Last year was really high for me. Had no control out. The first album I did with my son went crazy everywhere. The documentary came out, huge. Amazon #1, Sky Arts, everything. 85 sold out shows, solo shows. Then this year was going to be Suzi at 70, even bigger. I had 95 shows in the book. And my son was on the road with his band. I was going to be on the road. The company took up the option, lockdown. So I said to Richard, okay, you're not going on the road. I'm not going on the road. There's a studio in the grounds. You go in there, and I'll be on the patio with my guitar, and we will write this album. And that's what we did. It's now ready to come out in March. We wrote it. We recorded it. It's all ready. It's just my best work so far. But what happened with the Christmas song, April, must have been April. Yeah, I was sitting out there. I'm missing Reiner Terrible, my husband. And I was working on some songs, and Richard had left the door open. And I heard this track come out. I can't describe it any other way than this beautiful track. And it just like an arrow went into my heart. I went, and the hair stood up on my neck. And being the creative person I am, I knew that I mustn't engage my brain.
Yeah.
So, you know, you don't want to think about anything, like you just want to feel. So I just went, just like that, grabbed my mask. I went out there. Richard thought I was a mad woman. I said, Richard, give me the headphones, put the microphone on, and play the track. And he's just looking at me like that. And without any thought process, the first 4 lines of that song came out in this voice I've never sung in before. You can't stop me trying to get to you. You can't stop me. I gotta do what I gotta do. Come to me. It's you that makes me whole. You are my heart and soul. And we just stopped. It flew. It's like somebody handed me the top line and a lyric sheet as I got to the
Wow.
studio.
Wow.
So I trusted not to think, and you know, obviously that's what I was feeling, and the track made me feel it, and out I came. It was just fantastic,
Oh,
fantastic.
and
It
the
turned into
video,
a song, yeah. Yeah.
darling, the video is unbelievable. I was in tears. It's so beautiful, and
It is beautiful.
emotional, and all those things, and it's just amazing. So, tell me about the video. How did you shoot that video? Because it's
Okay,
unique.
here's the other part of the story. So, the song was absolutely fantastic. We knew we had a great Christmas song, and my son came up with the idea of me playing. That piano's never moved since 1980. It's always been the same piano since I moved in. So the kids were born and raised, and that piano was always a big white piano. He said, "Why don't we get our video guy come in, film you playing the song on the piano, and then you intersperse it with old Christmas footage?" And I thought, what a great idea. So you've got me playing the piano in the empty room with no Christmas, and then it flashes to the kids with same piano, beautiful Christmas. So it's very, very emotional. And it took me 5 hours to go through all the tapes. Tedious. Because you have to give the video guy second to second what you think is suitable and then let him create. So I was like, headache, you know, I did this 5 hours. And finally, this is what's really strange. Got to the last tape, nearly done. I'm watching it, and it was like just nothing to do with Christmas. It was, and I thought, oh, thank God, I'm done now. And it had like 10 seconds to run this last tape. I was going to switch it off, and something or somebody stopped me switching it off. And up comes my husband. I've never seen the footage before. Sitting on the window seat in the same room. His first Christmas with me, and he gives me this smile, brings a tear to my eye. That's what I fell in love with. He got the cutest little smile, and I thought, I've got the end of my film. Now, if I had switched off, I wouldn't have seen it. I didn't even know I had that clip. So everything about this song and I'm a firm believer in all this. I'm very psychic and very spiritual, actually. That's a big part of me. So I believe this all was supposed to happen. Somebody just don't switch that off, you know? And I didn't.
Oh, Suzi,
Wow.
that is
So moving.
Suzi, it's a magnificent story. Oh, Suzi, listen, I really, really love you, and it's so great to have you on this show. Will you come back when you've got your album out in March? Will you come back and talk to us?
Oh yes, I really enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you, and darling, we're going to play the video now. So thank you so much, and have a lovely Christmas, and God bless you.
Yes, Jordy, God, we could do astrology all day long. Okay.
Oh, yes, forever.
Thank you.
All right, my
Thank you so
darling.
much.
Nice
Love
to
you loads. See you soon.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye, darling.
God bless you. Bye. Bye.
Come to me, 'cause it's you that makes me whole. Come to me, 'cause you are my heart and soul. You know you are.
Amazing. Amazing.
Oh, she's
I'm
incredible.
I'm never going to the movies with you, Sherry. Now I know. Never to go to the movies with you.
I think it would be brilliant for you to do, sensational 70s with you 70 this year, her 70. You know what I mean? It's like a new generation. It's fantastic.
70 is definitely the new 30, darling.
Of our age, it's the powerful women, and she was behind most of us. We all looked towards her. You know what I mean? She
Absolutely.
She looks amazing.
She does. She's gorgeous, isn't she?
Yeah.
No,
my
it's just so
goodness.
frank and so honest.
At
That's
that
exactly
age,
right,
I mean,
Harriet. That's
listen,
what I was
that
thinking.
that age doesn't matter. Age doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what age you are. But
No.
it's her passion and her creativity, and it's going
Yeah.
forward. And I can carry on till I'm 95.
Yeah.
I love that in her. I think it's
So do
amazing.
I.
It's so unpretentious and so
Yeah.
there's no sort of superficiality. She's so direct. She's so
Yeah.
strong. She knows who she is, and she hasn't changed.
I
She's
know.
just there. Wonderful.
Absolutely
No,
amazing.
I saw my friend. I saw my friend Jill Baker last night, and Jill,
Yeah.
you know Jill Cherry, and Jill's
Yeah.
just changed agents, and she was saying to me, "I can't believe with these self tapes, they're just sending me emails saying, woman, 68, 15 lines, do
I
it."
don't. I know.
And she
Yeah,
was
I know.
saying, is this it? Is this what's happened to my life? An actress of her caliber, and you know all the stuff that she's done. And
Yeah.
I just went, oh my, she said, I'm devastated. I said, it's not what's happened to your career, darling. It's the agents have stopped
Well,
looking at
actually,
you as an actress and looking
Yeah.
at your age number. That's it. That's all they're doing.
Yeah.
That's
And also, it's,
now,
I don't know what it means.
It's much worse now because of the self tapes.
and the
You know, when we
spotlight link.
were all called in and you'd sit there and they go, hi, oh, hi. But now the self tapes, you're a statistic. You're a piece of paper in an office. Somebody told me the other day, in fact, it was Darren who was talking about doing self tapes. And he said, you know, one time you'd get the self tapes, you'd watch probably 3 or 4 a day. Now there's 20, 30 a day.
No, it's crazy.
It's how it's developing. And when you watch Suzi Quatro, who goes, I'm creative, I create all the time, and that's what we've done here.
Yeah.
We've created something with no one else, just the 4 of us have created something.
Well, that's
and
what Jill said. Jill said last night. She said, I am
Thank you, Sharon.
gobsmacked.
Yes.
She said, what you guys have done has been unbelievable. She said, everybody's talking about it. Everybody in the business is saying, wow, those girls got off their arse and did something. And I was really, I felt very honoured and very humbled when she said that. So there you go.
Brilliant.
And I
Thank
take
you.
hat off to all of us for creating this.
So Golan Ramraz, my dearest friend, he's a writer, producer, Hollywood executive, and he's flying into our nest today to talk to us. We're so excited.
Hi, Golan.
Hi, Golan.
Hello.
Welcome,
Hello,
Golan, to our
hello.
nest.
Oh, what a pleasure to be here.
Well,
Oh,
Golan, what
Golan.
you didn't know about today, and I must tell you, this is true, this is a mass audition. With all of
We're- Yeah, we're
We
all
all need the
auditioning
roles.
for you.
We'll do anything you want. Well, I will.
Well,
anyway. I'm that sort of
I
girl.
You're
don't know
already
how-
all cast. It's already done. I'm writing roles specifically for you. This is going to be, I don't know how they're going to split the best Oscar 5 different ways, but it's going to happen. So I'm going to let them worry about the logistics, but it's already happening.
Thank you,
Thank
darling.
you
That's
so
very
much,
noble.
Golan. And he means it too. He means it.
Golan, we've just had Suzi Quatro on, who has been such a role model for all of us for all these years. And I was saying, what an inspirational woman she is. She's 70, you wouldn't know it, and it doesn't matter anyway, that figure. But these women, these strong, wonderful women are everywhere, aren't they? And we should treasure them, and they should work. And the pandemic has done terrible things to our world. We know that. But, you know, there's got to be something great come out of this, hasn't there?
You know, it's interesting that there's several different things to talk about with what you just said. First of all, the fact that right now, and before the pandemic started, actually, people were starting to wake up to the fact that there were underserved voices in the community, whether it's women, whether it's minorities, whether it's whatever category, there are people whose stories weren't being told, right? So that's number one. That started before the pandemic began. And I think it's dovetailed in an interesting way with what's happened as a result of the pandemic. Because now you're not seeing these big, giant tentpole blockbusters going into theaters because they're not filling up the theaters, you're going to see, I think, smaller stories start to get told. And that direction of storytelling is going to work well with personal stories that are not special effects driven necessarily, that are not giant ridiculous kind of space stories, but things where human beings have real emotions, real feelings, and you're going to see these stories get told more and more. And because now the streaming sites, the rise of the streaming sites is happening, you're going to see a lot more outlets for those stories to be told as well. So I think it's a combination of all of these different things that now, and I don't mean to pretend like there's no such thing as a zero-sum game, right? Positive things came as a result of the pandemic, as well as negative. One of the positive things is these personal stories. One of the positive things is more people consuming media. And one of the positive things is those things can coincide with one another, and you're going to see more people digesting and enjoying and connecting to stories that they might not have heard otherwise. So I think
so
a
right.
lot of that is working in the right direction.
We were talking earlier about how ageism, and for women, how difficult it is. And what is also important is, because of social media, we don't have to wait around, although we're endlessly faced with self-tapes, which are a nightmare, obviously, without full crew and makeup and hair. But anyway, that's an all-nighter, but we'll let that go. But it's the thing of, we are able, as we have with this show, create our own voice. And that is a different world. And although it's hard, it gives us a voice that we didn't have before. We were always waiting in line. Now we can go, look at this. And that's an amazing thing.
I absolutely agree. I work a lot with women that are over, let's say, over 25 and over 45 and over 65. So obviously here I'm talking to a group of teenagers, but
Thank you.
But you won't understand what I'm talking about. I'm talking about women of a certain age. But what I find is, not just women, by the way, men as well, but specifically women, they have stories that are different than stories that are out there, different than stories that have been told already, and also have a wealth of information, a wealth of experiences that when you put it into an entertainment industry perspective, they're fascinating. They're things I haven't seen before. So right away, I'm in a unique space. And also they're a voice I haven't heard before, or at least not enough. And you notice if you go back all the way through, think of way back, Shirley Valentine and movies like that, where when they came out, they were phenomenons because they were an underserved audience. And you watched Hollywood and other, big industries like Hollywood forget. Every time it came out, huge hit, then they would forget about it. And when you would bring them movies like that, or when I would work with people who would bring them movies like that, or television shows even, they would go, really? That demographic? And then you have to almost go step by step. Okay, you forgot about this, you forgot about Golden Girls, you forgot about Empty Nest, and you go through the whole list. And it reminds me, I worked at Marvel Studios. Okay, I was working on the big superhero movies. And I remember I came in at the beginning of the process, coming out of bankruptcy, making the first Iron Man, right? Developing what now has become the phenomenon known as the MCU. I always equate these two things together. At the time, Merrill Lynch was giving money to Marvel and their purse strings were tight. And they were saying, well, superhero movies, we're not sure. But if you look back through history, all the way back to George Reeves on television, right? And then Christopher Reeve's Superman, a phenomenon. And then it stopped. And then Tim Burton comes with Batman and Michael Keaton, a phenomenon. And then it stopped. And then even the smaller, Wesley Snipes does Blade, changes the whole game, and then it stopped. Spider-Man comes out with Sam Raimi, huge #1 movie of all time, and then it stops. And every time they forget superhero movies have an audience. And then you finally say, why don't we try this? And they give you a bunch of pushback. And it's the same thing. So here.
It is. Golan.
So it's the same concept for me.
Talking about stories, you have got some brilliant stories. And I wanted to talk to you about, I'd love you to tell everyone about your experience on Iron Man. Please humor me.
It's one of the most fascinating movies I've ever been involved with, specifically because we were at the very beginning of that process. We were at the very beginning of building this thing, and it was kind of the Wild West. So there was a script. Sure, the script was constantly being rewritten, but also the script was constantly getting set aside. You would see Robert Downey Jr. calling his writer friends and going, what would my character do in this moment? And they're giving him ideas over the phone, and he would go, okay, just go. He would improv half of his lines. And it was insane. Everyone on set was shouting out suggestions. And at one point, Jeff Bridges, there's no better way to put it, Jeff Bridges said it was the most expensive student film I've ever worked on. It was such a delight, but energy, exciting, constantly alive, something that honestly shouldn't have worked. And I don't want to replicate because I know it won't work again. They're magic in a bottle.
Oh,
Amazing. Amazing.
it's really fantastic. What are you doing now, Golan? What are you up to?
Well, I'm actually quite a lot. The pandemic has given me time to sit in my office and write and develop a bunch of stuff, and also a lot of movies that we're supposed to shoot, they're being postponed, so pair them. So at the moment, I'm working on, in earnest, 6 or 7 different projects. Writing a project now about the theft of the Mona Lisa, which is one of the most fascinating things I've ever researched. I just started working with a company out of Russia and Cyprus called Panoramic. It's a video game producer that's now adapting one of their video games into an animated series. So I'm show running that with the staff. That's going to be one of those explosive things when we finish that. In addition, I'm doing a project out of Israel, a found footage project that I could not be more excited about, but I can't give you information about yet. It's very secret. And beyond that, I launched, I'm used to teaching a lot. I'm a professor and I've been lecturing all over the world. And of course I can't go anywhere and I can't lecture, and none of these events are happening anyway. So I've moved my business online. And so that's the big thing that I just launched, which is teaching and doing lectures and doing master classes and doing private advisement via Zoom. And right now we just launched our website, actually. It's ultimatepitches.com. Pitches plural, like you're pitching a story, ultimatepitches.com. And so far, so good. It's been really wonderful. We've had some people who we've worked with that already have projects out there. One of them just got a project interest from MGM. And another one from Reese Witherspoon's company. So we're having a good time with that.
That's all lovely, but we've done our pitch to you, and that seems to have worked rather well. So,
And it's worked.
so we're looking forward to
Oh, my
working with you
goodness.
in 2021.
Yeah.
Likewise.
Oh, thank you,
It's so
Golan.
lovely
It's
to
been
meet
so
you,
lovely.
Golan.
It was so good to see all of you. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you, darling.
darling.
See you
All right.
soon.
Come back
Ciao,
and
ciao.
see
See you
you
soon.
more.
Well, that's sorted then. We've got 2020 sorted. We've got
Well, that
a
was
dog
good.
holiday.
Yeah,
We've got a
we've
dog
got
holiday.
holidays.
We've got,
Do
we've got
you know what I think is we can do, and we never thought of this? This mass audition, all the 4 of us, all the time. No one's ever done that before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know. Never mind the self-tapes,
Perfect.
darling. We're doing it now.
yeah.
what's happening now? What's happening now, girls?
Right.
Who's next?
I think Andrew Barton is going to
Yay!
talk to us about putting our hair up for Christmas. Ah, hi.
There you are. Oh,
We need your help, darling. We are
do,
Rapunzel,
please.
and we need to get Rapunzel hair up, obviously.
Okay, you do, absolutely. What do you think to my Christmas red for celebration at Wonderbirds?
It's perfect, darling.
Thank you.
I've accessorized even further.
Oh,
Oh my God.
God.
That's heaven. Darling, help us get the hair up along with the tits, if you would.
Please.
Yvette's all ready. She's been waiting for hours.
Oh,
She didn't sleep last night. She was so excited.
course.
Oh. Right.
you are too silly for words.
Okay, so you know what? Christmas is all about glamorizing your hair. This Christmas is going to be a bit strange, obviously, because of not getting together.
Yeah.
But if it's a Zoom party, whether it's with the other half, you want to look your best. And
What's
hair
that? What's another half? Hang on. None of us have got another half, darling. What are you talking about?
with the dog. With the dog.
I have eaten so
Doggy.
much. I am my own other half because I've been in training for Christmas.
You just
So,
look your
you know.
best in the mirror, don't you?
Yes, darling.
Harriet, exactly. So, Yvette's here. She's come to see us again.
Good.
Oh, hello.
She's so excited. And I just want to share with you kind of one of the quickest, easiest ways to put your hair up and get this as well, anti-aging auto boost. So what we've done so far, the hair's been prepared into a ponytail, as you can see. So when you take all the hair back off the face, you're getting rid of about 30, 40% all of the hair. And then it makes it a lot easier to style. So secondly, what I've then done is we've got this very separate section on top of the head. And it's just like a V section. V section. So you get all the hair on top. And then we're just going to just gently unravel that. Add a little bit of texture spray. And texture spray will just give you that really nice kind of soft kind of finish to the hair. And then, this is quite quick, so I hope you're watching.
Yeah.
That then wraps underneath the ponytail.
Oh.
And then what we do is we just use some very simple hair grips. Excuse the teeth. 1, 2 hair grips. And then on that top section, all we then do is just arrange it to make it look its casual best. The secret for hair up, especially in terms of anti-aging, is keep it soft. Don't make it look too formal.
Right.
It's not kind of a royal gala. You want it to look quite casual as well. And then with the ponytail, it's entirely up to you what you do. You know, it looks quite pretty just loose like this.
Ooh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Fabulous, darling.
So
That is gorgeous. It's very useful,
Andrew?
isn't it?
Andrew,
yeah.
Andrew, what happens to someone like me that's got I've got layers?
Yes. Okay.
So
So
how does that work for me?
I also have another little secret tip as well.
Oh,
About to say, how do we get the hair?
So these are hair extensions. These are by
Yeah.
a brand called Raccoon, and they're on a tiny little adhesive glue tape. So
Ooh.
that can be added into your hair, and they come on. You can either get them with adhesive tapes like this, or you can get clip-in ones as well.
Yes.
What they're going to do is just give you that extra length. But getting back to your question as well, Debbie, despite the fact that you've got the layers, you would blow dry and style the top of your hair as you would normally to get the lift and volume. Take the sides back as I've done, get the little ponytail in place, and then with this ponytail, you can either leave it loose like we've just done, or you can very simply coil that up on itself again, and with another little grip, just pop another little grip in there, and then you've created a very casual kind of top knot as well. So really, really versatile, really easy to do.
Ah.
And
Wow.
you've just separated the hair into 2 areas, the ponytail and the hair on top. The texture spray is absolutely the secret rather than a hairspray.
Right.
So
Oh.
it's not going to make it too fixed.
Wow.
You have it, the perfect little Christmas updo for your Zoom in or your Christmas lunch at home this Christmas. I hope you like it, and I hope it's easy to do at home.
I
You're
love it.
amazing.
And
Thank you
Brit,
so
thank
much,
you,
darling.
Barty.
That is
Barty, can you
sensational.
just tell us where we get the spray from?
Yes, there are lots of different texture sprays on the market. This is, of course, the Andrew Barton one. You can get it as
Naturally.
and it smells gorgeous as well. In fact, I might start using this in the lounge
Ooh.
as a gorgeous.
I can smell it from here. Lovely.
So, Andrew, if you've got hair extensions and
Yeah.
you put the clips in, because I've only got hair to here.
Yeah.
So can you do the same that you've done, but with the extensions, or will you see them?
No, absolutely, because you're pulling the hair back away from the face. And it's that pulling the hair back here. If you notice
Like that.
the
Yeah.
hair, yeah, don't take it back, take it diagonal
That
up.
way.
Yeah.
That's it. And it's
That
the
way.
most biggest anti-aging tip I can give. That
It's-
lift up away from the face.
Yeah.
Great, you've got some homework to do. I want you to practice this and show me the results.
Okay.
Copy
Well,
that.
Okay.
promise.
Thank you, my darling. That's so
Thank
amazing.
you.
Thank you, darling.
will.
We'll see you soon.
See you soon,
See
darling.
you
Bye,
later.
guys.
Christmas.
Happy Christmas, everybody.
Happy Christmas.
Well, that has been a fun-filled, packed afternoon.
hasn't it? Amazing.
Sherry, I'm gonna.
Oh, I'm doing that soon.
Yeah, it, like pull it. Yeah.
Pull it up.
Yeah.
So that's what Hollywood
up.
film stars.
It's-
Hollywood film
yeah,
stars, didn't they? Used to do that, and they used to tie that bit at the top.
that's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is anti-aging, actually, isn't it? To bring it up here. You
Yes,
always
darling,
say that,
if you-
Mary.
If you have sellotape, darling, you can sellotape it a bit and it lifts
You
everything.
can as well. Give yourself a little mini facelift while you're doing it.
You can buy tapes, and then
Yes.
online, and they're called facelift tapes.
You
And
told
buy
us about.
the
You
ones-
told us about. Yeah, you bought them.
You
Tell us
can.
what happened.
Well, in fact, no, I haven't got them here. So you buy them and they come in little packets. But so you put them here, and then you pull your face like that, and then it goes like that. All goes like that. But the only thing is, if you've got makeup on, it slides.
Oh.
So I went out. Remember, I told you one day,
Yeah,
and I put one in,
lopsided.
and I went out and I got half a face up here, and the other had slid down, and I got all these.
Darling, don't. Darling. That's why I think a stapler is so much more sensible.
I'm mad.
But anyway, who is coming in on Friday, darlings? Who's here on Friday?
We have. Well, Talia is coming back. My daughter is coming back to tell us what happened when she did her homeless trip. So
Oh, yeah.
we've got some footage. I don't know if you guys saw it on the news, but she's
Yeah.
Of
coming
course.
and
It's
she's
brilliant.
coming
Of course we
to tell
did.
us about that. And also another audition, girls. Tony McHale,
Ooh.
the creator of Holby City, one of the first writers of EastEnders, Silent Witness, all of the biggest shows. He's coming in. So another audition. Get ready.
Another
If you want to
audition.
go into Holby.
Get your
Yep,
hair done,
absolutely.
girls.
And we have got some amazing Christmas messages from all of our lovely friends.
Hello, lovely Wonderbirds people. I'm keeping an eye on the clock because I'm live on air. But in between being live on air, I wanted to say Happy Christmas to you, especially to you, Harriet. I love you. Truly, truly love you. Happy birthday. Did I say birthday? I meant Christmas. I think I said birthday. No, I didn't. Anyway, happy Christmas.
Hello Wonderbirds, it's your number one fan, Dr. Raj here. Just want to wish you a very Merry Christmas. I hope you all have a wonderful time. Please stay safe, have a happy new year, and hopefully I'll get to squeeze you in real life one day. Mwah!
Merry Christmas, Wonderbirds. What an amazing first year you've had. Here's to every success in 2021. You deserve it.